She was hiding something bigger than just her ex. What I found changed everything. At 38, I thought I had mastered the delicate balance of love and trust. My career as a senior investment advisor was thriving, my relationship with Victoria seemed unshakable, and life in Seattle felt perfectly orchestrated. But when she looked me straight in the eye and said, "Maybe we shouldn't be together if you can't handle my ex being around," I nodded calmly and agreed. 3 days later, when her phone lit up with, "Where are you?" on a Friday evening, I sent her a photo from the Emirates first-class lounge at London Heathrow. Caption: Executive position accepted. Ticket, one way. Some would call this petty revenge. What a 38-year-old learned about human nature that night changed everything I believed about loyalty and justice. I'm not the type of man who keeps emotional scorecards in relationships, but even the most patient soul has breaking points that, once crossed, transform everything. My name is Christopher, and for 3 soul-crushing years, I had been entangled with Victoria, a marketing executive whose magnetic charisma could light up corporate boardrooms and intimate dinner parties with equal brilliance. She possessed that rare spark of intellectual energy that made CEOs and artists alike gravitate toward her presence, hanging on every perfectly crafted word that fell from her lips. When we first met at a networking event downtown, I was convinced she was exactly what my work-obsessed life desperately needed. Someone vivacious, someone spontaneous, someone who could drag me away from quarterly reports and investment portfolios into a world where passion still mattered. Have you ever met someone who seemed to embody everything missing from your carefully structured existence? At first, I rationalized the small intrusions that should have sent me running. Victoria mentioned her ex-boyfriend Marcus in casual conversation with a frequency that made my stomach churn, but I convinced myself it was merely harmless nostalgia. She framed their connection as ancient history, claiming they had grown up in the same affluent neighborhood and still shared an extensive network of mutual friends from their private school days. I figured mature adults could maintain civilized friendships with former lovers if they had genuinely moved on, so I gave her every benefit of every doubt. But as months transformed into years, it became devastatingly clear that Marcus wasn't just a faded photograph from her past. He was aggressively, manipulatively present in every corner of our relationship, like a malignant tumor that had metastasized throughout our entire life together. It began with seemingly innocent intrusions that gradually escalated into full-scale emotional warfare. A text message here, a phone call there, then group social gatherings where Marcus mysteriously appeared as though summoned by some invisible force. I remember one particular evening when Victoria,